Hello and welcome to another episode of my Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2 Imperial campaign. And let's just get straight into things. We'd fought a huge battle here, which was loads and loads of fun. Initially thought we were just fighting a Chaos fleet, which we defeated. And then we got invaded by Tyranids, and there were a lot of them. Wave after wave after wave of Tyranids. But we got through it without losing a single ship. But we did take a fair amount of damage, particularly this fleet, Admiral Spire's fleet of Grand Cruiser Avengers. That's what I'm after. Yeah, so we're going to have to wait with those for a while and let them repair. We have got an invasion of Necrons on the way down here. They're 2 turns away, but I've got enough stuff around to protect from this. But first things first, I just need to end the turn and see what occurs. Hopefully no attacks, but the Tyranids, you'll notice, have now been added to the queue, and they will be up to no good, I'm sure. This place is going to be horrifically difficult to take. Can only send 2 fleets. They've got 3 fleets sitting there and a space station. That will be a nightmare.
I bring dire tidings. More Tyranids have been sighted, not just in the Bellis Corona sector, but also in Agrippina and Nemesis Tessera.
Emperor's teeth. 3 sectors. Doesn't take much for those monsters to get a foothold, does it?
Apparently not. And things will only get worse from here. More will follow. What would you have us do, Governor?
Our first priority should be the evacuation of Cardinal Sternhold from Phonasar.
Forgive me, Governor, but is that truly our most pressing concern?
Sternhold is guardian of a most holy relic and an influential voice besides. He cannot be abandoned.
Understood.
Oh crap. Tyranids everywhere, and I can see just over here on the corner of my map, 4 turns away, is a Tyranid invasion fleet. This is going to keep us busy. So it says Tyranid tendrils have been detected in different sectors of the Aegis Ocularis. However, the governor of Bellis Corona urges Lord High Admiral Spire to dispatch a fleet to the Phonasar system as a priority to protect Cardinal Sternhell. The Adeptus Ministorum Cardinal has taken refuge in an old Imperial space station with the confirmed presence of a holy relic at his side. Spire must protect it. Oh crap, and I've got 5 turns to get there. Well, let's hope that's not too far away. So, yep, that's going to be a problem. Yep, that's going to be a problem. Oh man, right. So that's 4 turns away, and that's 5 turns away. Okay, I'm going to spend some cash here. We'll put minefields there. So that's now 6 turns away. And minefields here. And that's 5 turns away. So that bought us a little bit of time. Ah, shit balls. There's another fleet. Well, I'll decide in a bit whether I'm going to delay that or not. Let's go figure out what what? Jesus, what? They're everywhere. Oh my god. Right. Yeah, I'll delay that as well. I'll hold off on delaying this for now. Oh man, let's just buy upgrades. Let's just forget about the nightmare Tyranid invasion. Buy some upgrades. Just calm the nerves. Oh, okay. So that's where I've got to get to within 5 turns. It's right here, Phonasar system, and that's the mission. So we can rescue that cardinal. Well, assuming this fleet repairs up in time. They're looking good. Not so good. And they're almost there. Okay. So 5 turns. This arrives in 3 turns. And these will probably be fixed up in 2 turns, I guess. Or fixed up enough in 2 turns, perhaps. Okay, yeah, so we'll prioritise that, and then this could be difficult. Actually, at least in this system, I could build some nasties. I can at least get defence platforms, I suppose. We'll hold off on that for just a moment. Curious to see if we're getting invaded absolutely everywhere by Tyranids. Looks like the Cadian sector's okay. It's okay! Yes! I've got a fleet here that I'm clearly going to have to make use of, aren't I? Is there any other connector to there? There's Agrippina and there's Nemesis Tessera or whatever it's called up here. Ah, Jesus. So there's another invasion there. Oh, and another one there. I currently only have one ship, one fleet in this sector. Oh, and another one there as well. Okay. We're gonna need to delay some of these fleets. So let's delay them. And delay them. This is eating up a lot of my money. I'm glad I saved up a big ass pile of money at this point. So we're never going to get to Medusa at this rate, are we? This is going to have to be put off. And the fleet I've got in the Cadian sector, you're going to have to move up to reinforce this fleet. So the Adeptus Mechanicus are definitely going to see some action in the end. Okay. Where's the first fight going to be? Probably there. Delayed this. Delayed this. And we're going to fight this. Might actually build some defense platforms there. So yeah, these guys are going to go over there. They'll catch up. Yeah, should be alright. It's going to be tough actually. Adeptus Mechanicus are not really the best fleet to be fighting Tyranids with. I'm going to have to make do though. So everyone else is going to be well and truly busy with all this other stuff. What else have I even got? What's in Bellis Corona? Oh no, that's where I just was. Sorry, I'm getting confused. I mean Agrippina. Right. Oh yeah, that's right. I was already preparing to repel a Necron invasion, which now seems to have disappeared. The Necron invasion looks like it's been replaced straight up with a Tyranid invasion, so let's just assume the Tyranids nom-nommed the Necrons and they're no longer coming for us. Okay. Need to keep a fleet there as long as as much as I can get away with, just to avoid that 20% chance of pirates. We don't need pirates on top of all these NIDs, do we? Right, so you were 3 turns away, so you're the most pressing issue. So we'll move fleets over here now instead. That's as far as I can get them so far. And yep. So we're gradually buying up the defense platforms in various places now, just because I think it's probably 1, long overdue, and 2, it's going to come in handy when we've got so many fleets attacking us all at once. Any little advantage I can get to keep my ships a bit fresher. Maybe these weapon platforms will help. I need to take these advantages, don't I? So, oh man, I'm gonna do I need 3 fleets here? Not really. I mean, I could possibly just win this with 2 fleets. Well, I was going to build another Space Marine fleet. That's one thing. So let's have a look into that. Okay, do we have any commanders that I like the look of now? We've got Augur Disruptor Bomb, Disruption Bomb, First Company Terminators, Assassin. Well, I'm not a massive fan of Augur Disruptor. Plasma Bomb I would prefer. Plasma bomb and stasis bomb. I'd prefer these technical skills with these upgrades, because emission dissipator, improved auger array. I don't use a lot of escorts or light cruisers, so they're not really any use to me. Unfortunately, this guy comes with a light cruiser though. I do like his abilities. Like that. I was playing some multiplayer of this last night, and there was a guy using this upgrade, just ruining the morale of my ships. It was so brutal. Oops. It looks like I've selected that by accidentally clicking on it. Didn't really want a fleet of Ultramarines, but I guess we're stuck with a fleet of Ultramarines. Right, so I'm gonna upgrade this fleet though. We're gonna need every fleet we can get, and this is the last fleet I'm allowed. Right, so I think I'll take a Mark 1 just so I've got some launch bays, and then the others I'll take the Mark 3s. I can only buy 2 right now, so I'll confirm that, and then we'll go and make one of these our Admiral's ship. Let's make the Mark 1. Ew, ugly. Do not like. Oh well. So we're going to make that the flagship. Then that means I can trash the light cruiser, which I don't want, and Malin's Reach will allow me to build another strike cruiser. Where are we? Which one are you? You've got to be this one that looks small, haven't you? The Vanguard Mark III. Yeah. Just got to be careful here. Don't want to destroy one of my brand new strike cruisers that I've just bought. So that's gone, and we'll get another Mark III, I reckon. We've got 70 points left over. I could buy an escort. Yeah. It's only going to die though, isn't it? It was a waste of resources to me, but we'll do it. We'll do it. Light lance, double barrel macro. We'll get one of those. Alright, that's that fleet about maxed out. Okay, we now have some Boy Scouts. Where are we going to send that fleet though is the question. What needs reinforcing? I guess over here. Yeah, that'll work out nicely. So we'll have 2 fleets repelling that. That means I can still sit that fleet there, keeping the pirates at bay. Over here we were getting invaded, weren't we? Yeah, and I've got fleets on the way. So this is going to be a little bit trickier because I'm not going to be able to outnumber them. But we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that. And then down here, yeah. I mean, I might find that there's enough time that I can skip an extra fleet from here. It's only a short hop away. All right. Let's end turn for now, though. Actually, let's build some defense platforms here too. Yeah, that'll do. Feel like I'm going to have to probably defeat all of those Tyranid invasions before I can start taking these other sectors. It's definitely not short, this campaign, is it? I'm liking that. Definitely getting value for money. So we still need more crew. Oh god, troop regeneration is bad in this area. 5 per turn. Oof. But at least we're repaired. Right, so you're 2 turns away now. We'll keep sitting there, I think. We've got to keep an eye on this. My question is, should I do this mission right now? While I'm still a little bit under strength. And then I'll have a couple of turns to recover before the Tyranid invasion. Or do I wait for the Tyranid invasion? And then I'll only have a couple of turns to recover to do this. It really is a question of which is going to be hardest. And then that's only going to be a couple of turns away as well. Although we do have battle plans, I'd rather not use them on delaying attacks. Kind of thinking of just getting on with that mission, you know. Just get it done. So we'll send these in. That's 2 turns away. Okay, you need to be moving. There we go, got some backup there. And where was the last pile of nightmares? It was down here, wasn't it? Yeah, so that's 2 turns away. And these are arriving in plenty of time at the moment. Okay. Yes, I think we're all good. So let's hop across to Bellis Corona, and we'll do a quick save, and we'll crack on with this mission. And this is against Tyranids as well. Why am I not surprised by that? Okay. Deployment order. Who's the least banged up is probably the question, although I do have to send in Admiral Spire, that's fixed. Not a lot of crew on that ship, but we can do better than that. Actually, I can get a Mark 1 involved. Oh, I've already got a Mark 1, cool. We'll keep the Avengers in. I can always withdraw them, or they could get blown up. That's also a possibility. But I'll try to withdraw them before that occurs. I'm just a little bit worried about their crew, because obviously Tyranids can be very effective at stripping away crew. But we'll try our luck.
The Tyranids, the great devourer. In all the stars, there has never been a Xenos race more inimical to the survival of mankind. Indeed, they are the bane of all other life. Their origins are but poorly understood, the stuff of rumor and supposition and nightmare. The adepts of Mars believe that a single unknowable consciousness guides the hive fleets about their voracious purpose. This consciousness knows only unquenchable hunger. Hive ships serve as synapse nodes, spreading the influence of the Tyranid hive mind across the stars. Such is the hive mind's suffocating will that the warp is distorted for light years around. Confusion and terror spread before the hive fleets advance, as dreams darken and madness spreads. As the hive fleets advance, the suffocating embrace quenches the Emperor's light and drowns doomed worlds in psychic shadow. But the greatest threat comes from within. Foul creatures known as gene stealers infiltrate unvigilant worlds. A patriarch arises from the population's subverted flesh and projects a psychic beacon to draw the Hive Fleet ever closer. As the Gene Stealer cult grows in power, they emerge from the shadows of their benighted world. Civil war rages, shaking the planet asunder. Then the skies darken with spores and the Hive Fleet's voracious tendrils. The cultists exult at the fulfillment of prophecy and their ascension into the light. Their delusions die with them. There are many Hive Fleets, each but a facet of the immeasurable Tyranid threat. Leviathan is the greatest, and has wrought ruin on a scale never before witnessed. Though the great rift arising from Cadia's ruin has severed many of Leviathan's tendrils, many more remain. Even now, one is surging towards the Eye of Terror.
Sounds like great news. Well, that was a cool little cutscene. Quite a long one, I guess, but really sets the scene up for the Tyranid invasion, doesn't it? Pretty much covers the lore of the Gene Stealers and the Tyranids all in one go.
Lord High Admiral Spire, do I trust that the incoming ships are under your command?
You may, Cardinal. The fleet stands ready to assist in any way that we can. We'll take you aboard after the attack passes.
Good. Our sentry craft have reported skirmishes with Tyranid vessels. I hope you have a plan for our salvation.
Have faith, Cardinal. Between your prayers and our guns, we shall see these monstrosities cast back into death's icy void.
We had better.
Seems like a really stable individual, that Cardinal, doesn't he? Right, so what have we actually got to protect? Defend the space station. Spire must not be destroyed. And is that the space station, I guess, because it's in the middle? And we've got some defense platforms around it as well. Okay. So I'm guessing since we're in the middle of the map, the Tyranids could actually be coming from any direction, really, couldn't they? Mm-hmm. So, don't really know where to face. I'm just going to see if I can adjust this music level, actually, because there's all too often the music is too loud for the dialogue. It's a little bit irritating. So let's drop it to 80%, see if that's any better. Right. I guess we'll just ready up.
I am listening.
Of course, Tyranids are going to be invisible to us, aren't they? For
We serve.
the vast majority of the time. Let's send out some Stormhawks. See if we can get a bit of an early warning. Fortunately, don't have any carriers in the Imperial part of the fleet. At least get. Oh man, this is a small map. Oh, here we go.
I think that the galaxy teems with these creatures. They are punishment for our sins. Punishment, I tell you.
Then we shall drown them with righteous fire. Such has always been our chastisement.
Did I hear
for the
stuff
sinful,
coming from the
has
other
it
side
not?
at the same time? I probably
The same
did,
should
didn't
hold
I?
true for the sins themselves.
Main guns report ready, I Admiral.
Then let us give the good Cardinal
Reload
another
stance.
solace.
What am I going to do with these guys? I don't know. Probably reload for now.
Changing course.
Where shall we strike?
Stay.
Engaging engines.
Give us purpose. Underway.
Ship ready.
Ship ready. Acquiring new vector.
We stand ready.
Ramming little bastards everywhere.
Aye, Admiral.
Cruising speed set.
Keep
Show us
smashing
the
them.
enemy.
Can you actually do anything useful, space station?
We
Seemingly
wait your
not.
command. Setting course.
Okay, got prepared.
To where we are needed.
Give us purpose.
Oh god, get out of this.
Course engaged.
Spire, you have failed us. Those things have reached the station. I mean, the relic is too important to be lost.
Hold to your courage, Cardinal. We will find triumph together.
This will not do. We cannot hold out.
We can and we will. The Emperor stands with us, does he not?
We shall hold position, but you had better not fail.
We stand ready.
Oh, this Cardinal. Such a stereotype, isn't he?
Redirecting.
And away we go. Can you just not do that? Just the Tyrannid.
Moving to position.
On to position my Avengers in a defensive formation around our space station, I think. Keep the Marines mobile for now. Bomb that.
Thunderhawk bombardment.
The chapter. Oh no. That didn't ram me. Ah.
Your command.
Move out of that. Oh no. They're ramming. They're ramming. Ramming's bad.
Where shall we strike? New vector acknowledged.
Oh no. Stop with the clouds of crap everywhere. Oh god, they're everywhere. Literally, like, just covered in clouds of crap. Oh god, Admiral Spy's crew's not looking great, is it? It's too call to arms. Perhaps should have repaired it. But
We serve.
never mind.
Understood.
Another cloud of crap. Stop it! Quit with the ramming!
We stand ready.
Teleport attack successful. Strike quickly, brothers.
Redirecting.
No!
Underway.
We stand ready.
Oh god.
I am listening.
Give us purpose.
Repositioning.
Can I
Your orders?
recruit? Oh, you need repairs. You, transfer troops to Admiral Spy's ship? Yeah, that works out.
Show us the enemy.
Oh,
Aye, Admiral.
you... Oh crap.
Coordinates acknowledged.
Give us purpose.
Where we are needed.
Blessed Emperor, the swarm is vanquished.
Indeed, Cardinal. My thanks for your assistance.
Yes, yes, well, I see that thanks to my leadership, the Xenos have been destroyed. I see no reason to delay my departure any longer.
Our aid was given gladly, Cardinal. Navigator, we'll depart as soon as the Cardinal and the Relic are aboard.
As you command, Lord High Admiral.
What a scumbag that guy is. Takes all the credit at the end. After squirming his way through. We should have just left him to get eaten, I think. But yeah, that mission kind of ended sooner than I thought it was going to. Things were just starting to get a little bit sticky for us. But we got through it all right.
It will please you to note that Cardinal Sternhull is safe and full of voice.
Already complaining, is he?
It would be inappropriate to answer that question. My thanks for your service.
Nice. Okay, what do we get for that? Some renown and a new upgrade point. Oh, we've leveled up. That's cool. So we're now allowed 750 point fleets. That's handy. I mean, I can get anything good. I'm just going to have a quick look. 168 points, so I can't get another strike cruiser out of it. Or even a light cruiser for the Space Marine fleets. Cheapest thing is 171. Never mind. I mean, I could get more expensive strike cruisers. That is, of course, possible. Anyway, let's go spend our upgrade point first. I'm still not understanding why that's like. Oh, applies to level 3. Is it because? No. Why can't I unlock that? Still don't understand. I was allowed to unlock that, but not this. I'm confused by this, but maybe I'll get to the bottom of it eventually. So I've got 2 upgrade points available now. That's pretty nice. So that's got a white dot to it. Weird. Okay. That only applies to battleships. Where we've got fire aboard effect duration is reduced by 25%. That could be handy. Command stance and cooldowns are reduced by 10%. That's definitely... Oh, excuse me. That's definitely handy. The maneuvering thrusters, we can kind of live without that. Let's go for this then. Confirm. And then what's next? +5 bravery bonus. Stances can be used even if the deck is destroyed. That is very useful. Yeah, we're gonna get that. That will do me for now, I think. Okay, and the next rank will allow us the use of battleships. That's going to be cool. Right, so we're going to need to do a little bit of repairs over here, or crew replenishment, and the troop regen rate in this system is awful. So we're just going to have to make do. But we are going to have enough time to move back into position to repel that Tyranid fleet, and then hopefully that one. Hoping there'll be some upgrades I can buy that improve troop regeneration. No, doesn't look like there's going to be anything. It is what it is. If I want to regen faster, I'd have to fly them to a new system, but I don't have time to do that. Let me just have a quick look, see if anything can be bought for the Adeptus Mechanicus fleets. Now I'm allowed a few extra points. So what have we got? 119. We could, for that, get one of these light cruisers. Which, surprisingly enough, I can even build in this system. Got 2 construction points, but that's all it takes for a light cruiser. What are the options? What's the difference? Lancers or macro? Guess we'll go for Lancers. It's slower DPS, but longer range. So yeah, I think I'll get one of those. Just to flesh out this fleet a little more, and we'll probably do the same here. Oh no, we can't, because I've just used the two the two construction points for this whole system. I've just used, so yeah, I'll have to do that maybe in a turn's time. Certainly can't do it right now. What about Imperial fleets? What can be done? So we've got 153 extra points with my fleet having 3 Avengers in. It gets a Defiant perfectly for the points. But what's a Defiant have? A couple of launch bays, a couple of light lancers. Oh, it's a light lance turrets. The launch bays would be actually very handy, because this fleet doesn't have any kind of carrier capability whatsoever. Now, alternatively, I could swap one of the Avengers for something more expensive, like the Exorcist, which does have a whole bunch of launch bays and some macro batteries. But I don't know. I think it's kind of tempting to just take a Defiant, and that can just sit a little further back, but also be able to do some spotting with flying things for us. With some fighters. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take it. Alright, so the Space Marine fleets. Don't think there was anything I could get for them, was there? I think I had a look. Let me just double check this fleet. Is it 120 points? Yeah, no. I can't be bothered with buying more escorts. Right, so we'll leave the Space Marine fleets well alone, but Imperial fleets could be improved elsewhere. Where are we? The Agrippina sector. Actually, first, let's improve this fleet. 130 points available there. And what shall I get? Yep. Ah, hold on. Oh no, that's too expensive. By 9 whole points. Right, yeah, we'll get the endurance again. It's Lancers. It's going to be helpful enough. And then... here we are. So what have we got here? Mars and 2 Dominators. 2 Marses and a Dauntless. Let's check this fleet first. Might be able to swap this Dauntless out and something better in. So what's the value of the Dauntless? It's 128. Plus 102. So that's going to be 230 points to play with if I was to scrap off the Dauntless. What could be gotten for 230 points? A lot of things, by the looks of it. Well, I probably want to try and keep this as a Nova Cannon fleet. That's a shame. Mars is going to be 30 points too expensive. I can't have 3 Mars class. I would be able to get an Overlord or an Armageddon. Do I really want to do that? Not so much, really. What are my other options? No. Nothing's particularly great. I think I will sell off the Dauntless though. And I'm going to have to pick one of these one of these two. I think either the Overlord or the Armageddon. Let's have a look. So plasma macro battery weapons have a huge range, do pretty good damage. I'll get some torpedoes and a couple of lance turrets. This also got a couple of lance turrets, got some heavy macro batteries, so that's actually got a pretty reasonable range. And some lancers as well. The question is, what's better, these or this? Well, I guess the longer range is probably sensible if I go for the Overlord, because these Mars class ships have got Nova cannons. I'm probably going to sit at range for as long as I can with them. Yeah, so we'll go for the Overlord with the plasma macro battery. Okay. So I'm just looking, I'm like, wow, I could get an Avenger. That doesn't synchronize well with two Nova cannon ships, does it? So let's get the Overlord. Right, that's that fleet improved nicely. Now what? We've still got a ton of resources, so let's have a look at this fleet. This is probably in need of some serious upgrades. I'm not going to have the construction points to do it, but I do at least want to have a look at what I can get when I can get it. So 750 points. Yeah, I think because this is another Admiral that's got the power ram ability, I'll probably go for building some Avengers again, or maybe some Avengers and a Vengeance, maybe. No, not a Vengeance. What about the Exorcist? Oh, that's got carrier bays. I'm not going to be able to afford that, but yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to upgrade this fleet when I get the opportunity, but that's gonna be a slow process because we need a lot of construction points to do it. In the meantime, that can wait. Oh, look at that, 801 point fleet there. It's probably my most expensive fleet, I think. I think we're good to advance the turn, aren't we? Yes, we are. Okay, let's end turn. See what shenanigans goes on. The Necron's finally winning a fight against Chaos. Taking the Jubal system. Okay, we have to move all our fleets in here now. And get ready for the inevitable Tyranid invasion. Got a lot of build points here again, although there's nothing I really want to be building. Crew replenishment rate is very slow. Keep complaining about it, but it is. Right. Let's buy that upgrade. Any more upgrades in this sector? It's a very small sector. That's it. We already bought all the upgrades around here. They're arriving in one turn as well. So this was the next fleet I was going to upgrade. Let's check build points. Yeah, no, we need more construction points than that. We'll leave that another turn. Oh, it's getting dangerous, isn't it? And are we about to be hit up here as well, I think, next turn. Yes, we are. We do have 2 fleets in position. And yes, should have replenished the construction points over here, I reckon. Yeah, looks like it. So we'll buy another, what was it, Endurance light cruiser over here. We need everything we can get. So yeah, that was the one with the Lancers. Oh, you're kidding me. I must have a slightly more expensive fleet here because that'll put me 2 points over. So we'll just get the slightly cheaper one then. That's not too big a deal. It's just not really as good because it's much shorter ranged, and I like to keep distance with these guys. But that'll do. Okay, this is going to be tight. That's 2 turns away. And then we've got that 4 turns away. Man, these 2 fleets are going to be so busy. What's my main mission? Reach the Medusa sector. There. I need to scout here. Oh man. Am I ever going to get the opportunity? Not for a while, am I? I've got Tyranids times 1,000,000 to deal with first. Ah. Right, okay. Let's end turn. That's all we can do at this point. Here we go. And we've got some handy little defense platforms. Right, let's sort deployment order. See if I take out the light cruisers, can I get another big ship in? It looks like I can. Question is, which ones are the most useful? I can't actually remember which is which now. Dictator sounds like it might have launch base, that's the word I'm after. Man, it's been a long day. Words are failing me. So what will I have here? 3 dictators. No, sorry, 4 dictators and a tyrant. Sounds alright. And then we've got in reserve 2 light cruisers and a Gothic. Okay. That's our fleet. Cool sounding music going on there. Right, what are we gonna do? So we're gonna have 2 of these cap points pretty easily by virtue of having our weapons platforms on them. So if I can stop them from taking the others by moving up and then Nova cannoning the crap out of them, that should work out pretty well, shouldn't it? Ready? It does annoy me that you can't actually set your stance before starting now, because it's just one more thing to have to remember to do. But we'll put these guys on lock-on. Obviously, lock-on extending the range is very useful. Oh, I've got some new abilities with this fleet that I never did get around to trying. We've got the Mecha Dominator skill, and we've got the Rad Tempest device. It's going to be nice. Eye of the Omnisire. What on earth is that?
You have seized a strategic
area.
We've
got
you have seized a strategic
another
area.
big ass gun type thing to use. Right, let's send some interceptors over to
Interceptors
there.
engaging.
Some over to here. And finally, we will send some this way.
Interceptors engaging.
We are ready to
I need to get somewhere in range for using these Nova cannons, so I'm going to have to come forward a fair bit. And we've got the Rad Tempest as well. That could come in handy. What's going to be our major problem here is that they're going to be faster than us and they can wreck our crews. We have really small crews on these ships.
Hostile signature detected.
Okay. It's time to stop. Stop. And
Signature detected.
what can we do? If I can get them in a stasis, that would be amazing.
Signature detected.
Race through. Damn. Alright, we're going to catch some. Let's do that. Get some Nova cannon shots in while we can.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
I missed out on grabbing some battle plants there, which is a shame.
Spirit appeased.
But I'm not going to cry over that. I'm not sure how effectively I'm going to be able to defeat these Tyranids with this kind of fleet. So we're just going to play safe to start with. Let's get the broadsides into play now. He's messed up. Nice. Good damage to this guy.
The spirits obey. Hostile signature detected.
Okay, see if we can kill off these escorts. It's 2 cap points to 2 cap points at the moment, and obviously we've got the lead right now. Because we had the defense platforms, but I think they've just taken out the last of mine over here. They have. So just need to boost my way up, try and kill these guys as quickly as possible, and then spin things around and get some Nova cannon shots in that direction.
Hostile signature detected.
Okay, let's get maneuvering.
Reaching nominal speed.
The enemy is seizing one of your strategic areas.
Time for Nova cannons. Stasis bomb on these guys if I can. Okay, good. He's gone feral. Oh, they did manage to seize that location all the same. Still, this is under our control now. We've well and truly got this.
Starhawks engaging.
Some bombers over.
Does not compute.
He's gone feral as well. Almost completely wiped their morale.
Thruster routines active. Teleportarium vectors calculated. Only on the side of thy wounded servant. Troop transition successful.
Switch to reload stance now. We're this close. Makes more sense.
Engine redlines. Reaching nominal speed. With matchless efficiency.
I want to fire one of those shots just to see what it's like. I've never seen that ability before. I mean, I assume you're supposed to use it to stop them closing down on you too quickly. Instead, I'm using it to stop them escaping. Whatever. Let's send some bombers after them.
The
What else
enemy
is
has
down here?
accumulated
Oh, he's on his way out.
25% of strategic points.
Rouse the engines! Calculating vectors!
There we go, battle over. Won that one nicely. Yeah, shame we missed out on those battle plans, but I didn't want to mess about and get into a close combat, you know, kind of battle against Tyranids. Not with Adeptus Mechanicus anyway. Not with the crew levels that you start with in this fleet. Would have been nice if we could have got a cheeky snatch, but just went for Nova Cannons instead. And they're a lot of fun. Alright, so that was an easy win there. Adeptus Mechanicus fleet is a lot of fun. But I'm glad that was easy because they've got 3 more invasion fleets to defeat with just those 2. This one shouldn't be too much of a problem. Well, actually, it might be more of a problem, if anything, because I'm shorter ranged. Let's see. Deployment order. What have we got? Actually, if we get the Mars class ships in, that's a lot of Nova cannons right there. And can I get 2 of those? No, I can't. I may as well take something bigger then. And we could take an escort. Don't really need that escort, but whatever. Right, so 3 Mars and an Overlord. Yeah, that seems pretty good. So once again, we'll try to play the ranged game against these Tyranids. Just try to splat them with Nova cannons before they become too much of a problem. If I'm lucky, this will be another cap battle. And obviously that makes it easier to smash them while they're capping. These lovely Nova cannons. Ah well, it's not a cap battle. Never mind. Just makes life a little bit more difficult. But if we fight around our space station... well, sorry, our weapons platforms. I wish I had a space station. Yeah, if we fight around these, we've got a little bit of extra support anyway, which is nice. We've got that escort too, haven't we? I should see if I can group these and actually use their abilities at some point. Can I group them? Let me group them. Yeah, let me group them. That's cool. Because they do have scanner, which is handy. Right, away we go then. So let's put Group 1 on lock-on stance.
Target.
Put this on, or I don't know, what's it got? It's got a lance. I'll stick that on lock-on as well then.
Priority target.
I'm going to send him out front to try to scout things for us. That's one of the things that's special for the Tyranids is
Ship ready.
you can't see them until they get much closer to you. I don't want to get too close before I know where they are, because then I'll miss out on my chance for these Nova cannons, because obviously it has a minimum range, as you can see there. Let's send an auger probe. Oh, I definitely heard something there. Oh, here we go. Oh, I've got 2 auger probes. Alright. And another one. Right, you, scan.
Enemy sighted.
There we go. Picking up some.
We wait your command.
Not in range of Nova cannoning them yet. What other abilities have I got? Disruption bomb. Mars out of range for that. Do have some bombers. Let's send them in.
Starhawks loaded and sent.
Where shall we strike? To where we are needed.
Okay, that's just rude.
Enemy sighted.
Well, Fire some Nova
Enemy
cannons.
sighted. Enemy sighted.
Yeah, that's what you get. That is what you get for blowing up my weapons platforms.
We serve.
Let's swing around for a nice broadside. Down. Yep. Nice. Man, look at all this stuff. There's so many things.
Underway.
So many things. Mark that. Oh, they see me?
The enemy.
They see my escort. That's not ideal.
Underway.
One Nova cannons. Recharge. Recharge.
Coordinates acknowledged.
Send some bombers out.
Starhawks loaded and set.
Nova cannons ready. Let's go like so.
Aye, Admiral.
Bulkheads failing. Give us purpose.
Got some pretty good hits in there.
Defense platform.
Understood.
I don't want to let these guys get too close to us.
I am listening.
Doing pretty good work though.
Hold course.
Get back in that.
Your orders?
What should we go bomb? Don't bomb that. Prioritize that for now. Go for a scuttle. Yeah, we got something done with that.
Defense platform.
Could have been worse.
Course engaged.
Kind of need to get one more Nova cannon shot in if I can. Everything's going feral now, that's good.
Aye, Admiral. Starhawks loaded and set.
Now the bombers again. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do the
Heading acknowledged.
Nova cannons. They're already
We
way
serve.
too close to me. Some distance.
Maximum burn.
Smash.
Cruising speed set.
Give us purpose. Moving to position.
Engaging engines.
Show us the enemy.
Okay, I guess they all broke. Maybe these Tyranid invasions aren't that scary after all. We're dealing with them pretty easily. It just says a lot of them, so I imagine by the time you get down to the third invasion on each system, fleets will be worn down a little bit. But if we're going to be winning that convincingly, like, I mean, we almost literally took no damage there. That was just super easy. Okay, time for the next invasion fleet. What should I use for this? So this is going to be a little bit different because whereas with the other fleets they were healthy and I got to use Nova cannons and long range stuff, this Armada, I guess I should call it, that I've got here is not equipped for long range fighting. It's more of a close range setup, which not really not really suiting fighting the Tyranids, is it, so much? Because they might be able to outdo me in the close range game. But we'll give it a shot anyway. So let's first of all make sure I'm taking my healthiest of Space Marine ships. Don't want to be taking ones with reduced crew. I am going to take Avengers with reduced crew, just because I kind of have to. But also because they're massive beasts, and hopefully I'll just be able to outram them. And we'll back them up with a couple of Space Marine strike cruisers. So, got quite a lot of stuff in reserve though. And once again, we do have some weapon platforms here, so let's see what the mission type is. We've not had any atmospheric effects taking place in our battles for a while, have we? Probably overdue something. Admiral Spire's fleet backed up by the Dark Angels there. Okay, this is cap points. That does give us a slight advantage.
Purpose.
I think I'll just straight up go brace for impact with those guys right from the off. We'll stick the Space Marines on reload initially though.
We wait your command.
And what abilities do we have? Plasma bomb, micro warp jump. I didn't take the Space Marine Admiral, so I don't have his abilities. That's a shame, but if I didn't take him, it's because his ship was a little bit smashed up.
A strategic area.
Well,
the enemy has seized
we know where they are so
area.
far, so I'm heading straight for here. That's where we'll engage them. And it's going to be all ahead full and a lot of ramming.
We stand ready.
Just going to mess about with the Marines a little bit because they are faster than my Imperial ships.
Aye, Admiral.
And I don't want them to engage alone. I don't really want them to engage out front either. These ships are tougher, although their crew's a little bit diminished already. In terms of hull points, you can see big difference. This one's a little bit damaged. Still got more hull points than Space Marine strike cruiser has. But what the Marines will do well is get in with those bombardment cannons and do a lot of damage. And also, hopefully, be doing some boarding actions too. And of course, using their special ability of Honor the Chapter.
Ship ready.
Making all sorts of noises up there, aren't they?
Course.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Oh, here we go.
At your command.
Enemy sighted.
Setting course.
Enemy sighted.
Ram.
Course engaged.
Oh, we definitely want to steal these battle plans if we can.
Enemy sighted.
Understood. Where shall we strike? Moving to position.
Our borders have
Man.
internal damage.
Crew a little bit messed up already there. To arms.
Your orders?
Okay. Okay. Nasty, but he's basically just thrown away a load of his escorts by ramming into a Grand Cruiser. Serious AI fail there, I'm going to say. Because just kamikazed himself into me for basically no advantage whatsoever. So he's still got a bunch of ships over there. I'm going to move my ground cruisers onto this cap point to take that, and we're going to send the Space Marine strike cruisers that way, I think.
Underway.
Okay, he's just blown himself up. Man, the AI really can't use Tyranids, can it? Oh crap, there's more. There's more. Did not expect that.
Damage teams, begin repairs now.
Alright, we've got a lot of macro weapons. So,
Enemy sighted.
don't want to move off this cap point and lose my capping progress. There we go. Alright, you position down here. What's going on with the Space Marines? It looks like we're generally smashing them. There you go. How about you enjoy some crew stripping strategies? Brain destroyed. Excellent. It's now just a floating idiot.
You have seized a strategic area.
You keep facing that way. Use your broadsides. You spin it around a bit. Use your guns.
We stand ready.
Just keep these bombard cannons on this guy. They're getting messed up. There we go. Another one. Why did they do that?
Boarding successful.
Why are those escorts just ramming like that and blowing themselves up? Just insanity.
Strategic points.
Alright, they must have something left because we haven't won yet.
We serve.
We serve.
Use call to arms there. May as well use it there. Oh, hold on. Call to arms has changed. That used to replenish crew. Now it doesn't. All boarding damage to the ship is reduced by 1. As compensation, the ship's speed is reduced by 50%, and weapons reload time is increased by 100%. What? Okay, that's
Ship ready.
that's changed. Wasn't expecting that. So these guys are going to be crawling. I suppose because they've changed transfer troops, but all that's doing is swapping troops around. It's not gaining you any. Fair enough. It is what it is.
You have seized a strategic area.
Still, good job I've actually read that because I've used it several times already without even realising it's changed. Just checking the other things now. So everything else looks fine. I need to take these off call to arms. But yeah, that's an interesting kind of defensive ability now against fleets that are all about the boarding.
We wait your command.
So it's good to know.
We wait your command.
But will I ever be able to switch it off? That's the question.
Aye, Admiral.
Once you've switched it on, is it just stuck?
Ship ready.
This doesn't seem to be a counter telling me I can change it at any point. Oh, there we go. I've been wondering where their last ship was. It's down here. These weapon platforms might actually do the business. We'll see. Send my least damaged Space Marine strike cruiser. Oh no, he's obviously just going to kamikaze himself, isn't he? Because, you know, why wouldn't he do that? All the other Tyranid ships did the same thing. Idiots. Right, so call to arms. I'm going to have to really keep an eye on that because that's changed. I need to get that in my head that it's changed when I'm busy microing. But also, there didn't seem to be any way of switching it off, which seemed odd. Like, once it's on, it's on. Okay. Another Tyranid invasion defeated. What's going on over here? Oh, it's a lot of chaos movement. Looks like an Eldari invasion. Try and take on the pirates. Oh, you're not winning that fight. They did do a lot of damage, didn't they? Right. What are we going to do? That's 2 turns away. Where is that? It's definitely the only other invasion happening around here, isn't it? Does seem to be the case. So, right, we'll move fleets over here. So we're all placed and ready to deal with that next invasion. What's up here? We've got another fight to deal with. Yep, over there. So these guys can make it, can't they? Yep. Good. And they did just fine at repelling the first invasion, so I'm pretty sure they'll be alright for the next one. Might actually build weapons platforms there, just cuss. Every little helps, doesn't it? You can actually build a space station here, but I'm not really sure that I need it at the moment. So that's 1 turn away, and then there'll be yet another fight to do over here. Okay, let's build weapon platforms there as well then. And then that's the Medusa sector where we need to head eventually, with a now weakened pirate fleet blocking the first location. But we are a way off dealing with that. We've got to deal with all these Tyranids first. Right, so they're all good. I need to zoom out and go to Agrippina, I think. Yeah, it's all happening over here still. So we've repelled that invasion. These guys need to travel to the next one, which is where? So that's 2 turns away. That's 3 turns away. Okay, here it is then. And let's get a defense platform there. Wow, I could actually get a space station here. That could be fun. I've never done a fight where we've had a space station. Why not? Let's build one. That could be quite fun. Well, I suppose we did the storyline mission where we had to protect that space station, didn't we? Just recently. But I've never done just a standard battle with one. Okay. Let's see. I was going to upgrade this fleet, was it? Yeah, with the 2 Dominators. I was just waiting for construction points, and he's got the power ram ability, so it's going to build more Grand Cruisers basically for this fleet. So we'll get rid of the Dominators first. This one. And that affords us 1 Avenger. And now we're out of construction points. I'll have to wait until we can build another. But that's a start anyhow. Right, are we good to move on? I think we are. Yep, send turn. Oh yeah, I was thinking, what's going on here? Yeah, the 2 Adeptus Mechanicus fleets. What shall I pull out? Let's get rid of the light cruisers. And we'll get another dictator in like we did last time. That seemed to work very well in the end, so let's stick with it. I do like this ability to change the deployment order. Either I didn't notice it at the start of the campaign or it's something they've added in. I'm not 100% sure which yet, but since spotting that, I do like that you can choose, you know, exactly which ships you want in your starting fleet from across all of your fleets that are involved. Okay, another capture the point battle. I reckon they'll probably go for the two that they're nearest to first, so I'm going to set up kind of in the middle-ish, but with a view to head roughly in that direction and start Nova cannoning things. I've made that control group 3 in case I want to split these into 1 and 2 at a later point. For now I'm happy with just one group for them though. Right, switch to lock-on stance. And we want to send interceptors to go see what we're up against. And I think we'll send one group over here as well. I think it's unlikely there'll be much of anything going for that one. We still never got to use the Mecha Dominator ability. But you've got to destroy the deck of your target first.
The strategic area.
What's going on here? Have I got reinforcements come on already?
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Okay. Alright, well that ends up being control group 2. Kind of confused by that, but I guess my light cruisers have shown up for some reason. So let's send them over as well. They don't have Nova cannons, unfortunately. Switch them to lock on as well.
Hostile signature detected.
Okay. Okay, we are seeing some stuff now.
Engaging drive.
It's not really enough stuff for me to want a foreign Nova cannon at them yet, though. I could send some bombers.
Starhawks engaging.
Let's do that.
Hostile signature detected. Thruster routines active. Receiving your order.
Now that's the kind of pile I want to see.
Hostile signature detected.
We're not in range yet, though. They're going to cap it before we get in range, I think.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Shame. Catch him in a stasis bomb.
Hostile signature detected.
Oh god. Oh god. They're coming.
Hostile signature detected.
Let's try and catch as many as we can with this. Run away, run away. We absolutely obliterated a ton of them there. Right, we want to focus this guy because he's a synapse ship.
We are ready to serve.
Lee.
Calculating.
Spin it around, go that way.
State your order. The spirits obey. Rouse the engines. Reaching nominal speed.
Lightning strikes. Should mess him up.
Master and manifold teleported.
There he goes. There he goes. Right, we got that. We're going feral now. And we can get really stuck in.
Transition begun. Engaging drive. We are ready to serve. Calculating vectors.
This guy hasn't gone feral. Oh, now he has. Okay. Just flipped over. Focus fire the brain. I want to try my new ability that I never get to try because everything's dying too quickly.
Spirits obey.
Bombers?
Starhawks engaging. Does not compute.
You have accumulated strategic.
Oh, hello. Didn't see that.
Matchless efficiency.
Guess it's getting rammed. Stop. Swing it around.
Engaging drive.
Can I use it now? Can I use it? Yeah! Used my new ability. Needlessly and pointlessly. At least I got to use it. Didn't really seem to do much. Oh, more kamikaze escorts. Brilliant.
Machine spirit appeased.
I think the Tyranid AI needs some serious work based on the missions I've played recently. All that psycho ramming that they've been doing. Not so good.
Optimal course
Just over there. Oh, hello. Didn't see him.
We are ready to serve.
Guess we'll stop boosting then. Slow ourselves down so we can smash him up instead.
State your order. Transition begun.
There we go. Game over. Nice. Yeah, definitely kamikaze Tyranid escorts need work. Okay, so we're already in position, ready to repel that invasion. I think that's going to be the final one in this sector. Can I actually... I think I can afford to replace this Dominator with another Avenger. I think I've got enough construction points looking at Agrippina. I think these are 5, aren't they? Grand Cruisers. Yes, cool. So, Dominator gone. And Avenger in. And since that was named after one of my subs, I'm going to rename this ship. Where is it? There we go. to the name it had. There we go. He's a shiny green ship. Oh, look at that. That is very green. So then next turn we'll replace the Mars, and then I'll see. Whoops! I'll see what. Yeah, actually, while I'm at it, should actually do a quick save. Don't want to lose all this progress, do I? Yeah, next turn. Hopefully, I'll. Oh no, it might be 2 turns. Yeah, I might need 2 turns before I can buy the last one, and then see what points are remaining. Okay, there is another invasion happening there as well. All right, so. Going to be busy with these guys for a little while longer, it seems. But I think Admiral Spire's fleet might be about to be freed up. Where's he? Yeah, one more invasion to fight here, and then I think this system's clear. It is. So once that occurred, I'm going to send him off to one of these new systems, because we really need to get cracking on making progress through those before time progresses too much. So first of all, I'll do this minor quest or mission, whatever, which is reach the Resnor system, and that's here. And boy oh boy, is that going to be a challenge. Space station and Necron fleets everywhere. Hopefully this Chaos Invasion will whittle things down a little for us, but it's going to be challenging, and we'll get there through the Agrippina system. Oh, hang on a minute. Was that always there? That Chaos Invasion? Yeah, I guess. I thought that was a Tyranid invasion. I guess it's now switched to become a Chaos Invasion. Still, that's 2 turns away, so we'll fight that one, and then we should have enough time to get to that one. So we'll be fighting Chaos with our space station. That's fine. I think the Chaos AI is actually a bit smarter than the Tyranids from what I've seen so far. I prefer more of a challenge than having too easy a job, because all of your enemies just fly into you and blow up immediately. Not really that challenging when that occurs, is it? Right, so these guys need to move on because they've got one more invasion to repel. And then they are right by the Medusa system. I could maybe start making some progress over here. It's only a small system. There's a lot of orcs though. Yeah, that could be challenging. Orcs are nasty. But I'll need to send a 3rd fleet over here. Hang on a minute. Would you look at that? I'm allowed 1 more fleet now. I hadn't noticed. Well, that solves the problem of needing another fleet to send with these guys into that system, because what I'll do is I'll build another fleet up in the Cadian sector, which is pretty close to them, and we'll head on over. Let's see if there are any good admirals to start with. So it's an Imperial fleet that I'm allowed. Supercharged Void Shield, Auger Disruptor, Disruption Bomb, Emperor's Tarot. Ugh. Warrant Pattern Weaponries only applies to flagship. Mission Dissipator, Navigational Shields. Well, these are all shite. I don't like any of these abilities at all. I mean, the Disruption Bomb's okay. Supercharged Void Shield's alright, but it only applies to the flagship. Auger Disruptor Bomb, I never remember to use that at the right time. Not a fan of the emission dissipators. Navigational shields, I can take it or leave it. And increasing the range of weaponry, it's only on the flagship. There are better things. Man, if I had to choose one of them, I'd take this guy, I guess. So we've got a Backer fleet. We've not got an Armageddon fleet yet, have we? Or a Bastion. We've definitely got a Coronis fleet, though. I've seen the bright blue nose cones, or whatever you call them. Yellow or green. Let's go with these. He's got a nice looking bionic eye. So we'll create that fleet, and then we'll start buying some Grand Cruisers, I think. So he's not got the power ram stuff, so I don't need to worry directly about just going for a ramming fleet. So perhaps we'll go for a bit more of a carrier fleet. Let's get an exorcist to start with, and then we'll see what points we have remaining. I'm going to get rid of the Dominator eventually. Let's confirm that for now. So we're going to have to wait for the construction points to replenish, but this fleet will come in very handy though, as something to accompany the Adeptus Mechanicus. I've got another Adeptus Mechanicus fleet here, but it's so annoying having to keep a fleet sitting on this location just to stop risk of pirates. I can't risk pirates attacking me while I'm so busy with everything else. But I'd kind of like to link this Adeptus Mechanicus fleet up with the other two and have them all work together. Because, I don't know, I just like... If I've got a fleet that's concentrating on Nova Cannons, I may as well make it a massive fleet of loads of Nova Cannons. So I might end up, once this Imperial fleet's done, I might end up sending that down to guard that sector in the meantime, and then sending my Adeptus Mechanicus up to this location here to link up with his buddies. Yeah, okay. So I think I'm good to continue. I think I've positioned everyone accordingly. So let's end turn. Here we go. And let's pick deployment order. I want all the Marses, please. Oh, actually, I've got Grand Cruiser. So, I've got 2 Grand Cruisers. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Right, let's get all the Marses in first. And then we'll see what I can fit in after that. So I can get that and an escort, or what about these? Can I get one of them in? That'll give me more fighters as well. The Overlord doesn't have hangar bays. I don't think it does anyway. Yeah, so we'll go with this. So I think the Mars, they have hangar bays, and so does the Mark 1 strike cruiser. I'm just thinking I quite like sending bombers after the Tyranid fleets and smashing them with Nova cannons as well, of course. So I've tried to put in as many carriers into this battle as I can. Big key for winning these battles against the Tyranids, apart from the AI being a little bit stupid, is taking out the synapse ships, the ones with the little purple symbol on them. And making everything go feral is a big help. Alright, so let's get you all linked up. Let's just go.
Setting course.
What do I want? Let's go for lock on, and what have you got? Yeah, you go lock on as well.
Course engaged.
Let's send some fighters out.
Fury interceptors in flight.
We've got an auger probe as well, actually. Let's send that there.
You have seized a strategic area.
And we'll send one that way.
A strategic area. The enemy has seized a strategic area.
We wait your command.
Oh, we do have some enemies there. Okay.
Understood.
Deal with this first then.
Give us purpose.
Where shall we strike?
Ready the Nova cannons. Not quite in range yet.
Starhawks
bombers
loaded
in.
and sent. Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Enemy sighted.
Okay, you are going to be our priority.
We stand ready. At your command.
Underway.
Enemy sighted.
Underway.
Enemy sighted. Starhawks loaded and sent. Enemy sighted.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Nice.
Where shall we strike?
Alright, so we're going to cap this one with the escort.
Enemy sighted.
And we're going to continue chasing after these guys.
We lost the defense platform. Starhawks loaded and sent.
These bombers have proved... well, they've either been useful or they've never actually made it to the target and they just keep flying home before they actually get to do anything. But either way, I like them.
Heading acknowledged.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Where's he going? Where's he going?
One of your strategic areas.
Have some lightning strikes. There you go. Enjoy. Oh crap, where'd that other guy come from?
Strategic points.
Lightning strike successful.
The enemy has seized a strategic
Come on, bombers.
area.
Do your worst. Oh, there we go. Nice.
Starhawks loaded and sent.
We stand ready.
We serve.
Bit of a pointless disruption bomb just to remove the shields off one escort, but I'm not going to get to use it otherwise. We're going to may as well. Send in the bombers.
Bombardment.
You have seized a strategic area.
Okay, you look at that.
Your orders.
Switch everything to reload now, I think. This fight is pretty close up at the moment. Actually, you know what?
Engaging
To do with spinning things around and maybe getting a Nova cannon shot off. Let's get a destruction bomb on them.
Impossible, Admiral. Impossible, Admiral.
Starhawks loaded and sent.
gone feral.
Aye, Admiral.
It's in the bag.
Crews report success.
Heading acknowledged.
You
Give us purpose.
Course engaged.
Pretty sure this is their last ship at this stage.
Underway.
Ramming isn't going to save you now.
25% of strategic points.
Get the bombers in as well. There we go. Easy. Apparently I was muted. Oh well. Hopefully not for too long. I was just saying I'm going to go for a risky strategy here. Take the Space Marine strike cruisers out. Go for boarding actions. And just see if we can wreck them that way. Right, this light cruiser. That's going to go cap for me over here. You can be group 2. You can be group 1. I'm going to keep all my strike cruisers together.
Engines engaged.
And let's send interceptors here
Fury
first of all.
interceptors in flight.
We have an auger probe. That is going to go here.
Where shall we strike? Repositioning.
Ship ready. Changing course.
What do I want? Lock on, I guess.
Lock on target.
Could have gone silent running. I don't know. We'll go with lock on.
We stand
Now,
ready.
these guys I'm going to go reload with. Because I'm just going to get in close.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Alright, we got this.
You have seized a strategic area.
I want to try to
At
get
your
around
command.
behind them if I can. Rather than facing them head on directly.
You have seized a strategic area.
Enemy in sight.
Okay.
Enemy in sight.
Focus the brain and make him the priority. See if we can get things to go feral.
Enemy in sight.
Underway.
Enemy in sight.
Man, that's a lot of stuff. That is a lot of stuff. See, normally I reduce it drastically by Nova cannoning a big pile of things, and we don't have to face anywhere near as much. But I can't do that with this strategy I'm going for here.
Going silent.
So I'm going to stealth that light cruiser, see if I can sneak past and go cap. 45 seconds that lasts. It's difficult to time.
Repositioning.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Moving to position.
Okay. He's gonna change his plans, I think, because he'll meet an entire Tyranid fleet if I send him that way.
Give us purpose. To where we are needed.
And it's kind of annoying that they all turned around at the moment that I used the Auger Disruption Bomb, but whatever. Right, let's send a probe over here.
Enemy in sight.
We wait your command.
Go cap that, I think.
I am
I'll
listening.
fly through this. Hopefully I'll at least decap it. I'm not going to hang around to fully cap it in my favour though.
Engines engaged.
Okay, that should
Hold
do it.
course.
There we go, neutralised that now.
To where
Man,
we
look
are
at this
needed.
pile! Oh, I wish I had Nova Cannons right now. I mean, look at it. Just begging to be Nova Cannoned.
We serve.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Moving to position. Show us the enemy. Engines engaged. That is impossible. That is
Should
impossible.
slow them down a bit.
Underway. At your command. We stand ready. That is impossible.
You have accumulated 25% of strategic points.
Teleport attack successful. Strike quickly, brothers.
You have seized a strategic area.
We wait your command.
Repositioning. Give us purpose. Teleport attack successful. Standard speed engage. At your command.
Ship ready. Starhawks loaded and sent.
Where shall we strike? That is impossible. All servitors and tech marines begin repairs. I am
Keep
listening.
stripping the crew on this guy. There he goes. Right, here's a synapse creature. Let's get that one smashed. Oh, not my beautiful engines. Need them.
Enemy in sight.
Moving to position.
Crap, that hurt. Right, now I can pull away a bit.
The enemy is seizing one of your strategic
Going feral. It's beginning.
Give us purpose.
Full speed.
Standard speed engaged.
I am listening.
The enemy has accumulated 25% of strategic points.
Crew getting a little bit smashed up on this guy.
50% of strategic points.
Great.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Successful teleport strike.
Teleport strike.
Engaging engines.
Starhawks loaded and sent.
Yeah, stuff's sucking my crews. Over here. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, I nearly said nearly said something awkward there.
We stand ready.
You know what I mean.
All servitors and tech marines begin repairs. All power to engines.
Try and get back into some kind of formation here.
Show us the enemy.
You have seized a strategic area.
Standard speed
Okay.
engaged.
Hold course. We
You
stand ready.
replenish. You
Enemy in sight.
replenish.
Give us
You
purpose.
replenish.
At your
They've got a
command.
little bit of crew
The
to work
enemy
with
is
now.
seizing one of your strategic areas.
Your orders?
You keep going. Keep capping.
Give us purpose.
Light cruiser's doing his job so far. Right, we are actually just gonna sit on this and take it. Oh, hello. Another escort shows up. He didn't last long, did he?
Aye, Admiral.
Nice. Boost.
Heading acknowledged.
You have seized a strategic area.
I am
Okay,
listening.
we got it now.
Engines engaged.
Full speed.
Go
You
nuts.
have accumulated 75% of strategic points.
Do like the speed of these strike cruisers.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Starting with the Lancers now.
Standard speed engaged.
I think these are the last two things they've got, so this is obviously in the bag. Well and truly. Oh, there was one more actually. Didn't see that. Yeah, have some lightning strikes.
Where shall we strike? To where we are needed.
Man, they've got a lot of escorts in this fleet. Another kamikaze, and it's over. Nice. That timed well. That swarm of, I don't know, horrible insects probably. Swarm of nasty things all around my ship there. So yeah, that obviously was a bit more tricky and a bit more tactical than just blasting everything with Nova cannons, but as you saw, I managed to make good use of the stasis bombs and the finally making good use of the auger disruption as well, to not get spotted for quite a long time at the beginning, and just kind of kiting them out, smashing them up, and just picking on any ship that managed to get itself separated from the main clump. Meanwhile, just keeping on top of the cap game as well, by just leaving that light cruiser to deal with things. Not an ideal ship to be doing that with, because it's quite slow for a light cruiser, but it's tougher than an escort at least, and it won't die if it meets an escort that's doing the same. It'll win the fight, which is good. So yeah, that was another successful invasion repellent there. Oh, the Orcs have built a space station. No. God, the longer you leave it, the more they build up. But just had to deal with all these invasions, haven't I? So these guys are all going to move over here and get ready for the last attack on this system. And we've got a weapons platform. We've got a space station there, which will come in very handy. What else is going on then? And we've got fleet positioned over here, haven't we? Oh yeah, there's an attack incoming there. I was going to send Adeptus Mechanicus remaining fleet that way, but I'm building an Imperial fleet here. Okay, I think I can afford to get another Grand Cruiser. Oh, you know what? Let's make this one the flagship first. So the Exorcist. Make to flagship. There we go. It's all shiny and gold, this one. Well, yellow and gold, I guess. Right, because I think I'm going to trash that Dominator. Okay, right, what can I afford? If I take the Dominator off now, just get that out of the way, it'll help me work my points out more easily. If I have a second Exorcist, I can't really afford much else after that, other than a light cruiser, by the looks of things. So maybe I'll couple that Exorcist with a pair of Avengers. 243 points. Yeah, no, it'll have to be another Avenger. I mean, I could have kept a Mars, but I want the big ones. I want the big ones with all the hit points. Right, so we'll have to wait for the construction points once again, but we'll confirm that for now. So this fleet has an Exorcist and an Avenger, and it's coming along nicely. Right, in fact, do I need to do any more building with fleets down here? I don't think I do. Not in the meantime, so I could probably send that fleet on its merry way now and just have it guarding that pirate position just that little bit sooner. Oh, you can't move that far. You can move this far though. So there we go. Okay, and it's time to end the stream, so we'll leave it there. Thanks very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm still very much enjoying this campaign and looking forward to the next episode. Don't forget, I will be back tomorrow with the Battletech stream, playing the mod Battletech Extended 3025. So stop by and check that out if you're interested. That's at 3 PM UK time or 10 AM Eastern time. Oh, Justin, you were hanging around. I didn't even realise. I thought you were just connected by accident still. Thanks for watching, mate. You too. You have a good night. But yeah, more BattleTech tomorrow. Playing that awesome mod that I just mentioned. Really, really looking forward to more of that. There's so many things to discover in it. So many mechs. And we're going to have a great time. So that's 3 p.m. UK time tomorrow, or 10 a.m. Eastern if you're in the States or Canada or whatever. So if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget, please give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down depending on what you thought, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. For now, I'm out, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again.